Gemini, this is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your monthly reading for September 2025. This will be a general reading. If you're new here, welcome. This general readings general readings may or may not resonate with you. There may be parts of it that do resonate. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Welcome back to my subscribers. As you know, I love you so much. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. So Gemini, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your recent past, the present moment, and the near future here, as well as your challenges and what you don't see. So again, this will be a general reading that may or may not resonate with you. If you feel like you want to fast forward through the shuffling, feel free to do so. Let's call in spirit. Okay. So this will be for September 2025. A general reading for you, so anything can come through. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the sign of Gemini for the month of September 2025, please. Most important messages for the sign of Gemini, all placements. Okay. All right, Gemini. So your challenge for the month is the Fool card. So perhaps you're on a new beginning. So this is your head's in the clouds. You're starting a new adventure. You're starting a new path. You're starting a new life. Things like that are coming up, and this is your challenge. Perhaps because you don't know what the future holds, Gemini. You may be in Aries as well, as this is a sign of Aries, the Fool card, or you may be dealing with an Aries. I'm sorry, Gemini. Or there may be an Aries placement within your chart. But anyway, you are your challenge for the month is stepping into the new. Not a care in the world, but you don't necessarily see that there's a cliff that you're about ready to step off of. And you don't know what the future holds. You don't know where you're going exactly. The fox is stopping and looking at you, and you're going to keep walking. So that could be the challenge for the month as you are heading off into a new adventure, new beginning, etc. In the recent past, we have the Hierophant in the reverse position, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. There was some type of conflict in the past for you, Gemini, in the recent past here with the Five of Swords here, where you had some type of conflict with somebody. Somebody could have been very cruel to you, or somebody that likes the suffering, watch the suffering of others, it feels like. So you may have been dealing with some type of conflict in the recent past. We have the Hierophant in the reverse position as well. When the Hierophant is in the reverse position, it truly makes me feel like you're just not connected to authority, or you're not connected to, or this person you might have been in conflict with may have not been working in a way that's traditional, okay? This is some type of untraditional thing with the Hierophant, or not listening to authority with the Hierophant. This is unorthodox ways You could have gotten some poor advice when it comes to this, which caused this conflict. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. So this could have to do with making little progress when it comes to money, or some type of abundance that you were wanting to come into fruition. So it feels like there was some type of conflict in an unorthodox way due to some type of financial, it seems like you might have been dealing with. And we'll go back and clarify, Gemini. At the present moment, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, the Ace of Wands, and then the Four of Wands in the reverse position. So it feels like you're starting a new life, okay? And as I said, that may be your challenge here with the Fool card, is you're starting a new beginning. So perhaps there was conflict in the past with somebody that financially, you might have had an issue with, somebody in unorthodox ways, which left you doubting your ability in order to move forward. But it seems like you're giving new life to something at this time. This could also be your challenge as you're on a new road, a new beginning. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position as well, it makes me feel like this may be unexpected. So this was unexpected for you to start a new life, a new beginning. This was very unexpected for you to start off on a new journey. Perhaps there was a broken relationship or conflict that you went through. This could also be a job where you had conflict within a working environment where somebody was doing unorthodox things, or things that, caused you to have conflict with them. They were doing something maybe illegally, which made you have conflict and walk away from a situation in the recent past. So take what resonates. This could also be a relationship, but you're on a new beginning now, okay? This was unexpected for you to come into this new beginning, this new life here. With the Four of Wands in the reverse position, this makes me feel like this was some type of union where you're trying to negotiate or work out a solution using different things, different ways to trying to work things out. So perhaps you did something different. You negotiated your way to start a new beginning here, and this was unexpected. This feels like it might be business. So you may be on a new business footing here. It may not be, but it's like you had some type of negotiation where things worked out in your favor. This was very unexpected. This could also be a negotiation within a relationship that you've had to walk away from conflict with. You're on a new beginning. There is new life here, and you had to negotiate in order to get your terms met, that you didn't necessarily see coming, okay, with the Four of Wands. This could also be an insecure home life. This could also be a divorce that you're going through, or an unstable partnership that you had. So now you're on to a new beginning, a new life here. Gemini, in the near future, I do see the Queen of Cups here in the reverse position, the Hangman, which is Pisces energy, and Six of Wands here. You're definitely going to be moving into victory. You're seeing things in a new perspective in the future. And you're being surrounded by people who support you into this victory. With the Queen of Cups being reversed, however, this makes me feel like you may be having some indecision as you're moving forward, and that may be what the Fool is about. That is your challenge. So there may be indecision about where to go next, what to do, what life you want, where to go. Do you want to move? Do you want a new job? Do you want all of these things? In the shadow, for what you don't see, is the Eight of Swords. You're looking at yourself and you see that you have been trapped within some type of relationship. This could have been a partnership or domestic situation. where there was a divorce or some kind of break of a relationship, and you're starting a new life here, Gemini. You were trapped. This is what you don't see, is trapped within this relationship. And you have the potential here to create the life that you want by using your imagination here. You had a lot of indecision about looking at things in a new perspective. You do have the support of others as you're moving yourself into victory here in the near future. Let's do some clarification. Please clarify the recent past here with the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit. We have the Temperance card. Please clarify the present moment, please. Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, or Ace of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, please. We have the Justice card. And clarify the near future, the Queen of Cups, the Hangman, and the Six of Wands, please. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it seems like you're going to be moving on to calmer waters with the Four of Swords being in the shadow for what you don't see. In the recent past, as I said, you went through some type of conflict with somebody that was doing things in an unorthodox way, perhaps causing the conflict. Could have been draining you financially as well, or where you could not get your footing, okay? And the Temperance card in the reverse position, it makes me feel like you were like in this fight or flight mode with this person. You were not connecting to the divine. There was a lot of bad conflict with this person, a lot of bad communication as well with the Temperance card. And it was a lot. It was a lot to take on. At the present moment, as you're moving into a new life, perhaps after a divorce or some type of unstable partnership, where you may feel like you didn't see this coming. So starting this new beginning, you may be feeling a little bit challenged on what direction in order to go. But the Justice card, this is Libra energy. It feels like you may not be balanced at this time, and it feels like a mental imbalance because of you were not expecting to start this new life. So with the Justice card being reversed, you may be mentally imbalanced at this time. Again, Libra energy, Gemini. That's what it feels like to me. When it's unbalanced like this, you could be just looking at your view of things as well and not seeing the full picture here. But what I see in the near future is you are seeing things from a different perspective. So at the present moment, you may not be seeing things in the big picture. You may be only seeing one side. It's very unbalanced at this time. You may be feeling mentally unbalanced after this breakup, divorce, etc., where you're starting a new life. You didn't see this coming, and this is your challenge. In the near future, we have the King of Swords that is clarifying. It feels like with the King of Swords being reversed, some things maybe, there may be an unfair judgment that comes through for you, perhaps after a divorce. But I definitely see that there is victory, and you have a lot of people that are supporting you through this as you're seeing things in a new perspective. Somebody may be being very selfish as well in the near future. We have the Queen of Cups here, Gemini, in the reverse position, as well as I was saying before. This is somebody that's really untrustworthy and somebody that's having a hard time making a decision. I feel like if this is a marriage, you could be going into legal action with this person where they're going to do things unfairly and they're not to be trusted. Whatever they tell you is not to be trusted. Even if they say, hey, I want things to be fair, don't trust what they're saying here. See things in a new perspective. You have a lot of people that are supporting you here, Gemini. We do have the Page of Swords that is clarifying the Eight of Swords. So feeling trapped within this relationship. This is what you don't see, is you are very trapped. I feel like a flight or fight mode with this person. And we have the Page of Swords here. This is a liar, a false friend that has kept you entrapped. You are moving on to calmer waters here with the Four of Swords here. For what you don't see. You could be taking a journey of some sort, or just getting a lot of rest and being very introverted at this time, as you don't really want to deal with any of this. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading for the month of September, Gemini. But yeah, it seems like you're going through it at this time. There's some type of partnership, business, friendship, relationship where there has been discord and conflict. You're ending the partnership or relationship and starting a new life. This is your challenge, as you don't necessarily know what the future holds. This person, if this is a legal matter, they are not to be trusted. You do have a lot of people that are supporting you through this, Gemini. And you may start to see things in a new perspective in the near future. But this person is no longer, this person is a liar, a cheat, who makes you feel trapped. So Gemini, it says, focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. So even though the challenge is moving into a new beginning here, Spirit is saying that what you think is what you create. So create the life that you want. This is a time for manifestation. So every thought, you are creating your future. Okay, so think about what you want your future to be, and it will be yours. So that's the messages that I have for you, Gemini, for the month of September. If you liked my reading, please give me a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful month. Namaste.